Hello, this is an overview video that will teach you the workings of the Skin Designer tool in Web Tools. The purpose of the Skin Designer tool is to create skins for your emails and applications. So what is a skin? A skin is sort of like a container for your emails or applications. For instance, this is an application. The skin of this application is this area above your application that says Web Services, Office of Strategic Communications and Marketing. This is all a part of the skin. And if you scroll down, the footer of the skin contains more information. This is an example of an application skin. For an email, the container, or, we call them skins, is this Illinois image with this banner that I have customized for Crop Sciences. And if you scroll down to the bottom, this is the footer of the skin. It's independent of the email. You apply this container or skin to the email, and it helps set styles and the width, and it makes emails consistent. So you design this container or skin in the Skin Designer. You set the styles that you want the email to or application to have, which determines the width. And then you can share your skin with others in your unit or department, so you know that each email sent from your unit or department has correct information, looks professional, and meets the branding standards set by the University of Illinois. To navigate to the Skin Designer tool, from the Web Tools homepage, you hover over More, and the Skin Designer tool is right here. On some screens of the Skin Designer tool, you will be able to see a video button. We don't see one right now because I'm currently making this video. But if you navigate to the Forms tool, you can see that there's a video button, and this setup will be the same in the Skin Designer once this video gets published. And if you click the video button, it will send you to a video with an explanation of what the screen that you are currently on, how it functions. So if you're in the My Forms tab and you click video, it will send you to the spot in the video that explains the functions of the My Forms tab, this specific one. And the Skin Designer will be the same. When you click the video button, it will link to that relevant part of the how-to video. And to contact our office with questions, please use the Contact Us form located at the bottom of every Web Tools screen. This form asks specific questions to help us answer your questions faster. So if there is a question that you have about a specific skin that the video can't answer after you troubleshoot it, there is this button that will send you to the answer board with videos. This is our blog that has tutorials, and this is where most of our how-to information goes. You can search it. If we're going to the Skin Designer, it will be under Skins. And there is some older information that we have that will help you walk through the process. But that is also what this video is for. And this Contact Us button, it will send you to this form, and you can put in your name. And when you click it inside a skin, so if I am in my skin and I scroll down and I click Contact Us, it will help you fill in the information that we need. You can see the name. We were in the Skin Designer, so it automatically filled in the Skin Designer. And this is important. It automatically put in the Web Tool ID. You can see that there's this blurb explaining the importance of this ID. It automatically put that in there for me. Question, you can insert your question, and you can upload a screen capture. When you submit it, it will go to the Web Services team, and we'll be able to assist you. So first, I'm going to discuss the Skins tab, the My Skins tab of the Skin Designer. It's the tab that appears when you first click into it. So here is where you will see your list of skins that you have access to. If this is your first time creating a skin, you might not have access to any of them. Or you might have access to a skin that you haven't created because someone has granted you permissions, which we will explain later. So all these skins that I see, I've either created or have been given access to. The options, if you have too many skins, you can search by keyword. And it will show you the skin that you're looking for. This is, in this case, an e-card. You can view by folder, although I do have them in folders. So I have my root folder, and then I have the defaults that I have access to. Also, if you select an email, it gives you, or a skin, apologies, it gives you options up here. You can click view, and it'll let you view the skin. You can click copy, and it'll send you to the copy page where you can copy the skin. You can click roles, and it'll show you who has access to the skin. This is one that I've created, so I have access to it. You can move it. It's currently in the root folder, but I can change it to a different folder, or I can create a folder. You can rename it and you can delete it. And over here, if you hover over it, you can see these options. These are similar options. This will let you view it. This is how I typically view a skin, so I don't have to select it. It'll let you copy it and it'll let you delete it, so you don't have to select it before you do that. And if you select up here, it selects all of your skins, so you can move all of them to a folder if you would like. The next tab is the search tab. This will let you search for specific skins. Okay, so this will let you search skins that are available to people. So say if you need a specific skin, you can see I can't click into this. But say I need this 2024 Illinois Impact skin. I can view the skin and I'm like, oh, hey, I need access to this email skin. I can click roles, I can view who has access to it, and I have the option to email the admins to request access to this skin. So the department tab is similar to the search tab. These are all the skins that people in your department have created that are not yours. You can't edit these. And again, these are similar to the search tab. These are provided for informational purposes only. If you just joined a department and you need access to their skins, you can come here, see which skins your department has created. Okay. Maybe you need, oh, there's a lot of delete skins. Maybe you need this Granger Engineering. You can view it again. You can view the roles and you can email people to request access to their emails. The unit is the same as the department, except this is for all of the skins that were created in your unit or college. So this has an even larger database of skins that people from your same unit or college have access to. The deleted tab shows skins that have been deleted. These are ones that you have access to, or ones, yeah, that you have access to. Ones that you've created that you have access to, or ones that somebody else created that you would have had the ability to edit. And you can see who it's been deleted by. These are mine, so the majority of them were deleted by me. And when you delete a skin, it will remain in this deleted tab for a year before it gets permanently deleted. Say if I accidentally delete a skin, I can come to the deleted tab and I can restore the skin. But after that year, you will no longer have access to your deleted skin. So before I go through making a skin, I'm going to discuss the importance of branding. And I'm going to pull up the branding website from the Strategic Communications and Marketing. So this is the brand guidelines website, and I'm going to include a link to this in the description so you can reference this. If you hover over brand strategy, messaging, visual identities, this is where you can find logos and word marks and the colors that you use. I work with these a lot. This is important. It gives you the codes of these colors so you can use them in your designs. Branding is very important. You can see, I'll let the website explain it for you. Our emails reach a wide variety of audiences. Millions of emails have been sent from web tools, and the design should begin and end with visual cues to Illinois. So remember these skins. Oh, this is just a copy. Let me find you a good example. So if you're sending a email for your department, it should match the branding required by the brand guidelines. So this website explains the email design standards specifically. There's also one for website design standards that I don't have linked to, but hopefully I can find pretty quickly. So no matter who is sending or receiving the email, we should present the Illinois brand in a clear, consistent way with the standard header and footer. The header and footer that they are requesting is the two parts of a skin that I'm going to show you how to create. So if you see university word mark, department name, this is the style set, and Web Tools makes it easy to send emails with this branding. Scroll to the bottom, you can create it in Web Tools. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do. Okay, so we're back to the My Skins tab. Again, this is everything that you have access to. You can view skins, you can copy, you can see who has access to it, move it, or delete it. And now I'm going to show you the process of creating a skin. So here we are on the create screen. The skin designer can create skins for either emails or applications. We saw that at the beginning, that email skins are different than application skins. Over here, email plus skins used only for email plus, application skins used only for calendars, blogs, forms, and surveys. I receive emails a lot that ask if the email skin that I've created for them will also work for applications. The answer is no. I will say though that the process in creating an email skin and an application skin are the same. So when you create an email skin, it would also be recommended to create an application skin for your department because it's nice to have both of them. So we're going to go over the options. There's 3 different types. Well, there's 4, I suppose, that you have access to. You have Illinois Wizard skin for emails, where this is recommended because you can add your college or unit information into a campus branded skin. The Wizard skin lets you upload a header image and all of your information. Slightly different. We don't recommend this, especially if you're sending emails or you need a skin for your emails that you're sending for your department or unit. This is for special programs. If they're not directly related or affiliated with the university, we can create wizard skins. This comes in the form of University of Illinois system a lot. So if you're with the U of I, use Illinois wizard skins. Also custom, if you have to supply all the HTML required to create the skin. These are very rare. We're not going to help you. If you have a custom skin and you request our help, we won't be able to help you because we didn't create that HTML. So would not recommend using a custom skin unless you have some sort of design. For very specific cases, use custom skins. And then e-cards are like invitations, and we have branding limits on e-cards as well. So say you need to invite everyone to a Christmas party, you can send an e-card invitation, or you can just send like holiday greetings with e-cards. That's what those are for. Application skins have a similar setup, except there's no e-card option. You have an Illinois Wizard application skin, a wizard, and a custom, and they're very similar. So first I'm going to show you how to create an Illinois wizard skin. So you can select it, you can scroll down to the bottom, and the skin administrator down here option. So if I were to just click this button and come down and click create skin, I'm going to be listed as the skin administrator because I'm creating it. But I do have the option, if I select a group, I can add my own group and they will be added as the administrator. So whoever is in that group will be able to get in and edit this skin, and they will also have access to use the skin. So I'm going to just select myself. Okay, so now we're on the general tab and I'm going to explain the setup. It's very short. There's not a lot of options for here. So name an email plus. So the way that you view skins in Email Plus, I'll run through this really quickly. The where you find skins, this is a pretty important part, is if you click into your email, you go under the Appearance tab. This is where all of the list of skins that you have access to is housed. Some of these on the list you'll be able to find in the Skin Designer because you've created them or someone has given you direct privileges to edit them. But, for instance, this Stratcom skin, this isn't listed under my Skin Designer because I don't have access to edit this. I am automatically granted access through this through my department because I'm under Stratcom. So this is where you see it. And then if I click save and I view it, you can see this skin now has strategic communications and marketing applied to it. The information in the footer, information in the header, and click this, it'll send me to the website. Yeah, so this is where your skins will appear in Email Plus, and it's the same on forms and blogs and surveys. The appearance tab looks the same for those. So the name in Email Plus, this is what you're going to see if you create a skin and you go into Email Plus, and under this list, this is where this is going to display. Name in the Skin Designer. This is slightly different. So say you want everyone who has access to see the skin to see this name when they go to select it in Email Plus. Name in the Skin Designer, this is kind of just for administration purposes. If I need this one to appear on top, I can change the name of the Skin Designer and this only appears like this here. So by default, names are selected and it's on the same. Description is for other people's references. This doesn't appear anywhere. Project data, it just tells you the type of email. So when you're working in it, if you forget, or the type of skin, this is an email skin. If it was an application, it'd say application header. This is an Illinois header. The main important piece of information is down here, and this is the ID in case you need it. And if this skin was locked, say if you go back into it and you want to change some information in the skin, you have to go to the general tab. You have to come down here and unlock it. That's just what it means. Okay, so now if I go to the skin tab of the Skin Designer, this is the main screen that we're going to be working on in the Skin Designer. This lets you edit all the pieces of the skin if we view it. This is what you get when you create an Illinois Wizard skin. You have this top image, and then you have areas to insert your information down here. So in this header section, this image, say I am under strategic communications and marketing. Right now, by default, just this plain Illinois header is used. But if I'm creating a skin for strategic communications marketing, I can select this image and it'll change the top header image. Alternative text, it automatically puts in a suggested alternative text. Primary label, you can insert the primary label and a link. I'm going to save it and view it. Here you go. So say if I am working under web services, so all as the primary label. And a lot of times if you just need one label, use the primary label. It's not necessarily required to use it, but if you are using a label, use the primary label. For the secondary label, this isn't, not a lot of people use these, but it's an option. And you also have the option of adding in a link, but I'm not going to. And that's what that looks like. Okay, so now under the social media section, you can add social media icons to your skin's footer. And if you notice up here, this is the same for all of these. You can collapse these. So I'm done with this header. So I'm going to collapse this header. You can collapse all or you can expand all the panels. So there's 4 different options for social media. You can add custom social media. X. You go in here and select what social media you're using. And it'll give you the icon. This is a bit tedious, but if you view it, you can see that I'm starting to get some social media in there. So that's an option. If you click unit, you're able to go in here and select. These are verified social media. So if you are sending from your unit or department, you should use the unit or department buttons to select your social media. So if you're under a unit, you can come down here and select. It doesn't appear that Stratcom has a social media. I'm going to see what the department has. This has a list of all the verified social medias for the departments. Service. Let's see what options we have for service. Okay, some of the services like Illinois men's basketball have their own social media. So in this case, Stratcom doesn't have their own social media. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the website and scroll to the bottom. I can find their social media here, and I can just click copy link address, and I can just add in custom social media. I can save it. And that is the social media section. The footer of a skin allows you to include basic information for your program. This is the Frola text editor. The styles for the footer are set by default. So the font size and the font color are set based on the branding standards. So you don't even have to worry about resizing the font or, messing it up because it's all done for you. So if I want to add a Stratcom footer, what I can do is I can click insert example footer, and this gives you the exact layout that is set up by the branding. So web services is the primary label that I put up here in the header. Primary label, web services gets stuck here. Secondary right here, if I had linked it, the link would be included from the desk of Kayla Wilson, University of Illinois. This is a default address. It's just placeholder so you can include your own. So I'm going to go to the Stratcom website and I'm going to copy their information. And I can paste in. And what's important is sometimes when you paste it in, there's only one space between the pipes. You do need two spaces for consistency. And it's important once you input your information to click underneath it to make sure there's not any extra spaces. Say if I had a return right here, it's going to add extra space to the bottom of my footer. So it's important to click down here to delete that. Here is the skin that I've created. So you do have the option to bold or italicize. This is just a generic text editor. And if you need to view the code, you can go into the code and you can, if you know how to read HTML, this can be useful if you have a bug or you just need to see the style settings. But make sure if you change the code, you can't click save. You have to click this again and then click save. Okay, so this was a demonstration of the skin tab for an Illinois email skin. I will explain the files, usage, access, and privileges towards the end, but I can show you now a new type of skin. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to click create. This time I'm going to select a wizard. And I am going to set the skin administrator to me. Okay, this is the same. The only difference is this tab. So when I save it and view it, this is what a generic wizard skin looks like. This image is a placeholder to let people know that the recommended image width is 800 pixels wide. A lot of really old emails would be 600 pixels or 700 pixels wide, and that is not recommended. Modern day monitors have gotten a lot wider, and they don't need to be that thin anymore. Say if you're looking at it on Outlook on your desktop, narrow emails are going to look old and outdated. So 800 pixels is ideal for emails. So the header up here, it lets you insert your own image. So I'm going to delete this image to show you how to do that. Header image, you can include a link. I choose a file, go to my menu, and I'll show you. So if I select this one and open it, This demonstrates that the width of your email is determined by the image that you include in this section. So when I view it, this email is 900 pixels wide because I believe that's the size of the image. Yeah. If I inspect it, rendered size is 900 pixels wide. And this is too big. If you look at this on a phone, this text is going to be really, really small. 900 pixels is too wide for an email, especially if people are going to be viewing it on the mobile. But the width is determined by the image that you insert. So it's important to insert an 800 pixel wide image. If you have a 900 pixel wide image and you need to resize it down to 800 pixels, take it into an image editing software and make it 800 pixels. So I'm going to upload this. And again, wizard skins are mostly used for University of Illinois system. So here is the header image that I've selected. Alternative text, you can change the text in case the image doesn't display for whatever reason. The domain is from well, this is actually from system. Yep, Illinois. You have an option to make this an image map. If you take this image into a image map generator online, it will spit out a code, and your map code will be inserted here with your map name, and then it will automatically apply the image map. There is a video on how to do that, so if you're interested in that, there is a tutorial on the answer board. So that's the header. This styles tab is slightly different. We have the option to change the background color, which we didn't have before. So let me copy this so I can put it back to what it was. I can change the background color and I'll show you what that does. Yeah, it changes background color. And then if you view online link, since my background color is dark, if I change this to white, you'll be able to see that's what this is up here. So let me put that back. I'm gonna inspect to this to get the color back really quick. Okay, back to normal. Add box shadow to your skin. This is an option. You view it. This is box shadow, you can see. Some people like that style, some people don't. Social media, you have the same options for your social media. Your footer, now you have a few more options for your footer. You can see you have this option to change the footer styles. This includes text alignment, background color. You can adjust the footer font size, footer text color, links. Down here, there is no option to insert an example footer. So what I would do is if I go to the Stratcom site, whatever your information is, usually I find it on the website. You can just paste it in. And I just clicked Control V and it pasted in with the style settings that I copied it from. If you want to copy or paste in as plain text, you do Control Shift V, and then you would have to go in and format it how you would want it to appear. To do a small space, you just hit Shift Enter. Yes. And if you come down here, you can upload a footer image instead of adding footer content. The footer image should be the exact same width as the header image. So sometimes this is very rare, I don't see this very often, but some people have an image they want as the footer. Let me see if I can find an 800 pixel wide. Yeah, let me just insert. See, and you can insert that instead of your footer information. In this case, I have footer information and the image, but not a lot of people do that. I'm going to delete that. Another option that you have here that you don't have in a Illinois Wizard skin is you can add an image to your footer, not as the footer. This down here is to add it as the footer. This is how you upload it to the footer. So what you have to do to add an image is you have to go to the Files tab. which will also be explained in later in the video, but I can choose a file that I want. Okay, so I've uploaded it to the Files tab. Now I can copy the URL, go to the skin, scroll down. I'm going to put it under my text. Click image, insert the URL, add image. Okay. And see, I've uploaded this image. What's important about adding this image? Okay, a lot of people do this. I've got a word mark. This doesn't really match the Illinois system, but that's just a word mark that I had as an example. So I'm going to inspect this really quick. This is going to render as 240 pixels wide. It's very important that the image that you upload is 240 pixels wide. Whatever size you want this to render, upload it as that width into WebTools. I will show you an example of not doing that. So I'm going to choose a file and I'm going to use my larger word mark. So some people will just take their word mark, add it to their footer, and then when I view it, it blows up the email. Okay, so if you add an image into the footer that is too big, this is, what it would look like. And so then what some people do is they resize this like this, and they think it's fixed, but it's not. In old Outlook, if you send this email with the skin applied, this is what the email is going to look like. So that's what I mean when you insert an image, make sure that the image that you insert is the width that you want it to be in the file. So this is like 1900 pixels wide. This one that I inserted was 240 pixels wide, and I got this image by taking the big one and taking it into Photoshop and resizing it down. So don't include images that are more than 700 pixels wide in your footer, or else it will break your email. Now that I'm in the wizard skin for Email Plus, I'm going to go to the Files tab and I'll explain. I've already explained the Files tab. This is where you insert any media that you want to go into your skin. You can view the word mark. You can see this is the small one, 240 pixels wide. This is the big one. Don't do this. Do this. You can delete it and copy it and upload as many files as you would like. There is a size limit, I believe. Then on the usage tab, this usage tab allows you to see how many times a skin is used. For this email skin, you can tell it's not being used. I just created it. So when you're reviewing skins that you have access to, if you go into one and you see that it's not being used, no one wants to use it, you can delete it from this screen. I can show you what one looks like when it is being used. So you can see on this usage tab that this Illinois Impact skin has been used once, and it tells you when it was last used. So if you're reviewing skins that you may or may not want to delete, and you go into the usage tab and you see, oh, it's been used 37 times, you can tell that that skin's being used. But if it says it's been used once and the last time it was used is 5 years ago, you would consider deleting that skin. So that's what the usage tab is for. Then onto the Access tab. So most tools have Access and Privileges tabs. So hopefully if you have used WebTools before, you know what these tabs do. But Access, this tab allows you to grant access to the skin. But what giving access means on this tab is if I give access to a group, they have the ability to use the skin by going into Email Plus, going into their email and wizard example. So they have the ability to see it under their available skins under the appearance tab, but that's it. If they're added to this, they don't have access to edit it. They won't see it in the skin designer. So that's the difference between access and privileges, which we'll get to the privileges in just a second. So you can use this tab to grant your group access to it, and then anyone in here. If you add group, you can select, maybe there's a bunch of groups you have given access to. You can view it. I don't know if anyone's in this group. Okay, so we got 2 people in this group. And you can delete the group. Unit or college, okay? You can say you made it for the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine. You can add them to this unit, and then everyone under the Carle, Illinois College of Medicine will have access to use the skin. Now, if hundreds of people don't need access to your skin, please do not add their access here. Recently, I was reviewing emails and I saw a bunch that were granted to everyone in LAS. There are thousands of people in LAS, and those thousands of people do not want to see um, your newsletter skin for your dog walking business. You know, like no one needs to see all of that. So, unless you're a CCO or you have a very basic skin that thousands of people need, don't use this option. Department, slightly different. A lot more department skins are created. Maybe there's a fall newsletter, a spring newsletter for the department. You can go in here and currently I'm under Office of the Chancellor, but I can go to, if you're under the College of Law, you can change your unit and then you can select a department. College of Law, well, no, let's do Law Library. And then you can add the department. You know, everyone under Law Library who I don't know how many people are under Law Library, but they have access to this. I'm going to remove them though because they don't need access to this. And that is the Access tab. Again, if you've used web tools before, you probably know how to do it. And if you don't know how to use the Access tab, then there's other videos that likely explain it better. But privileges is similar. It's a little bit simpler. So up here, whoever I add to the privileges tab, I can add my coworker. She now has full access to this skin, meaning that she can see it in the Skin Designer. She can come in and edit it. She can delete it. She can share access to it. She can grant other people ability to edit or view it or use it, which is nice. She will see it in Email Plus. I can select a group. I can grant them access to this. And then down here, if you scroll, you can see activity log. You can see who the original creator of the skin is. If it wasn't you, I just made it. So you can see every edit that's been made today has been me. There's been a lot of edits. So sometimes if I'm reviewing a skin, I can come into this tab, see who originally created it in case I need to email them for a reason. So I can see who created it, but I can also see maybe whoever created it isn't the person who's actively editing it. So then I can come in here and see, okay, who's been in this skin? Okay, maybe I need to contact them regarding this. So that's the access and privileges. So for an application skin, when I create it, the process for creating an application Illinois Wizard skin is the same, except you don't have an option to change the header image because there isn't any. So you can select your labels, and they appear up here. And then you have social media, which is the same. And you have the footer, which has the same mechanics. So creating this is very similar. It's actually easier because you don't have to select the image at the beginning. The difference for the application wizard skin is when you create it and you create an application wizard skin. We go to the skin. You can see when I view it that this image is 960 pixels wide. This is different because application skins can be wider because a lot of people view applications on on a computer browser. So it's less likely that you would see it on a mobile phone. So it can be larger, 1,000 or 960 pixels wide. Normally, I find images that are 1,000 pixels wide. So even though this recommends 960, there's a little bit more flexibility with header widths for application skins. So that is the main difference. Everything else is the same. The only difference between application and email wizard skin creation is the width, the recommended width of the header image. So finally for this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, again, review what I kind of briefly mentioned in the middle of the video. That's pretty important. So again, My Skins tab, you have access. These are the ones that you can use and edits because they're under the My Skins tab in the Skin Designer. And say you've created a skin like I just have, how to apply this skin. You can go into Email Plus. There will likely be an Email Plus demo when you create. I'm just going to go through this really quickly. Creating an email. And when you create an email, whatever skin is selected as the default for your department, I'm under web services. This is the skin I'm going to get when I create an email because it's assuming that if you're creating an email, you're sending it for your department. So this is what it's given to me. To change it, you go to the Appearance tab, and this is where all the skins you have access to are listed or that you can use. Yeah, that you have access to. Some of these that I have access to, I can't edit in the Skin Designer, like I said earlier. I have web services default. I have access to this. I can contact skin admins. It shows you who has access to it, the unit skin access and James Wilson. And when I view gallery, this is more of an Email Plus tutorial, but you can see all the skins you have in gallery mode in case you need to see the header image before you click on it. So this is, yeah, where you'll be able to see it. For a application, I can show you. The style of an application is different, but again, the process of it is the same. There's the application skin. And here is a test one. Let's see what this one looks like. Okay, so this has a application wizard skin. So this skin that is selected is an Illinois wizard skin for an application. This is just a regular wizard skin for an application University of Illinois system. If I go to the Appearance tab, here are the available skins that I have for applications. I can select the Illinois wizard skin, and you can see it's different than this. Okay, so this concludes our video for the Skin Designer tutorial. Again, soon there will be video buttons up here to help you navigate to different parts of this video to help explain how to create a skin and what the Skin Designer is used for. So if you have any questions, again, scroll down. You can hit contact us or you can look for other videos, but this is a pretty large overview of the Skin Designer and how to create emails. So again, if you have questions, contact us.